The Masai Mara is a land of breathtaking drama, a place where the wild spirit of Africa is alive in every blade of grass and every whisper of wind. Here the landscape stretches endlessly, a tapestry of golden savannas, scattered acacia trees and winding rivers that have shaped the destiny of countless creatures for millennia. This is where the great theater of life and death plays out every day, a stage set for epic struggles and fleeting moments of peace. Predators and prey are locked in an eternal dance, each day bringing new stories of survival, courage, and instinct. As dawn breaks, the sun rises, painting the grasslands in gold, and the Musiara Marsh pulses at the heart of this wilderness. The air is filled with the calls of birds and the distant rumble of hooves, signaling the start of another day in the Mara. Hippos and crocodiles fill its waters, their massive forms gliding silently beneath the surface, or basking in the morning sun. The marsh is a lifeline, drawing animals from miles around to drink, feed, and find shelter. Along its edge, herds of buffalo, zebra, and wildebeest gather, their presence a testament to the abundance and danger that coexist here. Every visit to the water's edge is a gamble, a moment where life can change in an instant. Here, the legendary marsh pride has reigned for generations, their roars echoing across the plains and announcing their dominance. These lions are the rulers of this domain, their lives intertwined with the fate of the land itself. They've survived wars with rival prides, endured punishing droughts, and faced threats from humans encroaching on their territory. Through every challenge they have adapted, their resilience a symbol of the Mara's enduring spirit. The pride is a complex society, woven with loyalty, love, and loss. Bonds are forged in the heat of battle and the quiet moments of affection, as mothers nurture their cubs and siblings play beneath the watchful eyes of elders. Lionesses are the heart of the pride, hunting with skill and precision, and raising the next generation with fierce devotion. Their teamwork and intelligence ensure the pride's survival, even in the harshest times. Dominant males defend the territory, patrolling the boundaries and facing down any challengers who threaten their reign. Their strength and courage are legendary, but their rule is never guaranteed. But change is constant. Old kings fall, new challengers rise. The balance of power shifts with every battle, and the future of the pride is always uncertain. In this time of uncertainty, a young lion named Olobore began to emerge. With curiosity in his eyes and strength in his stride, his story is just beginning, a new chapter in the ever-evolving saga of the Marsh Pride and the heartbeat of the Mara. Olobore's birth marked a turning point for the Marsh Pride. In the heart of the savannah, where survival is a daily challenge, the arrival of a new cub is always a moment of hope and uncertainty. For the pride, Olobore was more than just another mouth to feed. He was a symbol of renewal, a promise that their legacy would continue. The lionesses gathered around, their eyes filled with both tenderness and expectation, as the tiny cub took his first breaths beneath the golden African sun. He was not the largest or loudest cub, but there was a quiet mystery about him. Unlike his boisterous siblings, Olobore seemed to carry an old soul in his small frame. His gaze was steady, his movements deliberate, as if he was already aware of the weight of the world he had entered. Even in his earliest days, he seemed to sense that his path would be different from the rest. While his siblings played, tumbling and wrestling in the dust, Olobore watched, absorbing every detail of pride life. He studied the way the older lions moved, the subtle signals exchanged between the lionesses, and the unspoken rules that governed their world. Every day he learned something new, not by leaping into the fray, but by quietly observing from the sidelines. He learned by observing, not by fighting. His patience set him apart, and his curiosity seemed endless. While others sought attention through noise and bravado, Olobore found strength in silence, piecing together the puzzle of pride life one moment at a time. Even as a cub, he understood that respect could be earned through intelligence, not just strength. He watched the elders, noting how they commanded authority with a mere glance or a subtle gesture. Olobore realized that true leadership was about understanding, not domination. The elders noticed his keen awareness and calm presence. They saw in him a rare blend of humility and insight, qualities that set him apart from the other cubs. Some whispered that he was destined for greatness, while others simply watched, curious to see what the future would bring. He studied the lioness's hunts and the dominant male's patrols, building a mental map of his world. Every hunt, every patrol, every interaction was a lesson. Olobore paid close attention to the strategies used by the lionesses as they stalked their prey, and to the way the males marked their territory and protected the pride from intruders. Olobore was an enigma, a strategist, not a tyrant. He preferred to think before he acted, to plan rather than react. His mind was always working, always searching for patterns and meaning in the chaos of the savannah. His strength was in his mind, and the pride began to sense his potential. Even the older lions, who had seen many cubs come and go, found themselves drawn to his quiet confidence. There was something about Olobore that inspired trust, a sense that one day he might lead them through both calm and storm. His journey would not be straightforward, but he was destined for significance. The path ahead was filled with challenges, rival prides, harsh seasons, and the ever-present struggle for survival. Yet, with every step, Olobore grew stronger, his resolve deepening as he faced each new test. Olobore was a new kind of leader, and the future of the Marsh Pride might rest on his shoulders. In a world where only the strongest survived, it was his wisdom, patience, and quiet determination that set him apart. The Pride watched and waited, knowing that their fate might one day depend on the choices of this remarkable young prince. Olobore was never the center of attention among his siblings. He played but rarely started the games, preferring to watch and learn. His mother gave him space, sensing his unique temperament. At mealtime, he waited patiently, observing the chaos before taking his turn. This patience was a sign of a calculating mind, not weakness. Often underestimated, Olobore quietly studied his environment, learning the best vantage points and water holes. His lack of overt dominance allowed him to develop in the shadows, free from constant pressure. He cultivated intelligence, patience, and an uncanny ability to read situations. While others learned brute force, Olobore mastered strategy and social dynamics. The seeds of a king were sown in the fertile ground of a sharp, perceptive mind. As Olobore grew, his calmness and focus set him apart. He faced challenges with composure, pausing to assess before acting decisively. During hunts, his concentration was absolute. He saw opportunities others missed. His mind became his greatest weapon, both tactically and socially. Olobore understood the pride's relationships, learning from experienced lionesses and reading the moods of dominant males. He communicated subtly, building alliances through understanding and respect. He was a thinker in a world of fighters, solving problems by outsmarting them. His mental fortitude became the foundation of his character. In the Mara, the sharpest mind, not just the sharpest claws, can wear the crown. Olobore was proving that true leadership is built on intelligence and strategy. Sometimes the true king is the one with the sharpest mind. The Marsh Pride was entering a period of instability. The old coalition of males was weakening, and the Pride's foundation was cracking. With leadership in flux, the Pride became vulnerable to outside threats. Lionesses, ever vigilant, were on high alert to protect their cubs. A power vacuum emerged, testing the young males. Many would be driven out, but only the strongest and smartest would survive. For Olobore, this chaos was both peril and opportunity. His calm presence reassured the Pride, especially the lionesses. He was not yet king, but he became a symbol of hope, a new kind of leader. Olobore's intelligence and patience offered the Pride a path forward. Olobore's rise was marked by quiet moments of leadership. During a difficult buffalo hunt, he waited patiently, anticipating the herd's movements. His strategic intervention turned the hunt's tide, allowing the Pride to secure a kill. In a standoff with hyenas, Olobore used psychological warfare, circling them with calm confidence until they retreated. He protected the cubs and asserted the Pride's dominance without violence. His actions were noticed. He led not with brute force, but with intelligence and will. Olobore's leadership style was unique. He solved problems with strategy, not aggression. He became a crucial part of the Pride's survival, earning respect through competence. Each quiet victory built his reputation. The Pride began to look to him for guidance. Olobore was becoming a leader in his own right. Respect in the Pride was earned, not given. Olobore's quiet dominance and consistent competence set him apart. He worked seamlessly with the lionesses, anticipating their moves during hunts. His presence increased the Pride's success, earning trust from the most important members. He bonded with cubs and elders alike, integrating himself into the Pride's fabric. His gentle, inclusive nature made him both respected and liked. Olobore became the social glue holding the Pride together. He demonstrated all the qualities of a great king before ever wearing the crown. His respect was freely given, a testament to his quiet power and wisdom. Olobore's golden eyes set him apart, piercing, intelligent, and always watchful. His mane, lighter and less imposing than others, gave him an air of elegance. These traits reflected his personality, gentle, strategic, and unique. He moved with silent grace, instantly recognizable in the Mara. Guides and visitors were drawn to his striking appearance and calm bearing. For the Pride, his looks were simply part of who he was, a capable, trusted leader. Olobore's presence became integral to the Pride's identity. He was the lion with the golden eyes, embodying a new kind of power. His uniqueness was both physical and deeply personal. The path to kingship is fraught with peril. In the wild expanse of the marsh, every step forward is a test of strength, wit, and sheer willpower. For a young lion like Olobore, the journey to the throne is not just about brute force, but about surviving the relentless challenges that nature and rivals throw his way. Olobore faced threats from nomadic coalitions, bigger, stronger, and battle-hardened. These roaming males, hardened by years of conflict, were always on the lookout for weakness, ready to seize any opportunity to claim new territory or overthrow a rising contender. He met danger with caution and intelligence, avoiding direct fights he couldn't win. Instead of charging headlong into battle, Olobore learned to read the land, to sense the intentions of his adversaries, and to use the cover of the marsh to his advantage. Using guerrilla tactics, he led rivals on exhausting chases and launched surprise attacks. He would vanish into the tall grass only to reappear where his enemies least expected, turning the landscape itself into his ally. In one tense encounter, he used a distress roar to summon the Pride, escaping a deadly trap. The unity of the Pride became his shield, their combined strength enough to turn the tide and send the invaders retreating. Each challenge forged him into a true leader, sharpening his strategic mind. Every narrow escape, every hard-fought victory added to his growing reputation among the lions of the marsh. He learned the value of alliances, forming bonds with other young males. These friendships were not just for companionship, but for survival. Together, they could defend against larger coalitions and share the burdens of leadership. Every threat survived was a step toward the throne. Each scar told a story, each victory a lesson in the art of survival and rule. Olobore's senses grew sharper with every encounter. He learned to anticipate danger before it arrived, to trust his instincts, and to adapt quickly to the ever-changing dynamics of the marsh. Olobore's journey was one of resilience, intelligence, and courage. He became a symbol of hope for the Pride, a leader who could weather any storm and inspire those around him to stand strong. The dangers he faced shaped him into the future king of the marsh. With each dawn, he grew more confident, more determined to secure a legacy that would endure for generations. His story was just beginning, and the Pride's future was in his hands. As Olobore gazed across the marsh, he knew that every challenge had prepared him for the trials yet to come, and that the destiny of the Pride would be shaped by his courage and wisdom.
In the Masai Mara, a young male lion named Olobore is coming of age. This vast, untamed wilderness is his home, a place where every day is a test of survival and strategy. His name means the thoughtful one in Ma, and he lives up to it. Olobore is not just any lion, he is a thinker, a planner, always contemplating his next move. Unlike his boisterous brothers, Olobore is quiet, observant, and strategic. While they engage in playful tussles, he sits apart, watching, learning, and understanding the dynamics of his world. He studies the world around him, the wind, the herds, the hunting techniques of his mother. Every detail is a piece of the puzzle that he meticulously puts together. While others rush into conflict, Olobore waits, calculating every move. His patience is his strength, allowing him to strike with precision when the time is right. The Mara is alive with the Great Migration, a time of both opportunity and danger. For Olobore, it is a season of learning and growth, a chance to hone his skills. Olobore and his brothers are on the brink of adulthood, soon to leave their birth pride. This transition is a critical period filled with challenges and new experiences. His siblings are restless, eager to prove themselves, but Olobore remains calm, conserving his energy. He knows that true strength lies in patience and wisdom. To outsiders, he may seem lazy, but those who watch closely see a mind always at work. His eyes miss nothing, and his mind is always calculating. He is building a different kind of power, one rooted in intelligence, not just strength. His thoughtful nature sets him apart in a world where brute force often reigns. As the migration surges, Olobore's patience sets him apart. He watches the herds, learning their patterns, waiting for the perfect moment to act. He is an enigma, misunderstood by many, but respected by those who recognize his potential. His quiet strength and intelligence earn him a unique place in the pride. In a world ruled by dominance, Olobore is quietly composing his own story. He walks a solitary path, guided by his own principles and insights. He is not a king of fear, but a prince of patience and insight. His calm demeanor and thoughtful eyes reflect a deep understanding of his world. His journey is just beginning. As he steps into the future, Olobore carries with him the lessons of the past and the promise of a remarkable destiny. Life for a male lion is a series of battles, each one a test of strength, strategy, and survival. But Olobore chooses his with care, understanding that not every challenge is worth the effort. He knows energy is precious and refuses to waste it on pointless fights. Instead, he conserves his strength for battles that truly matter. When a hyena stole a scrap of meat, his brothers wanted to chase it, but Olobore signaled them to let it go. He understood the main carcass was secure. No need for unnecessary risk. He understood the main carcass was secure. No need for unnecessary risk. His wisdom in such moments ensures the pride's safety and well-being. Olobore's restraint is rare among young males who often act on impulse. They are quick to engage in fights driven by youthful aggression and a desire to prove themselves. He avoids direct confrontations with older, stronger rivals, leading his brothers away from danger. This strategic retreat is not a sign of weakness but of intelligence. His focus is survival and long-term success, not fleeting glory. He understands that living to fight another day is often the best strategy. This patience extends to hunting. He waits for the perfect moment, ensuring every move counts. His calculated approach makes him a formidable hunter. His timing is impeccable and his hunts are efficient. Each successful kill is a testament to his skill and patience. Olobore invests his strength where it matters most, ensuring the pride's survival and his own dominance. He is a strategist, not a brawler. Every action is calculated for maximum reward, minimizing risks and maximizing gains. Every action is calculated for maximum reward. His brothers trust his judgment, learning that not every fight is worth the cost. His brothers trust his judgment, learning that not every fight is worth the cost. They follow his lead, understanding the value of wisdom over brute force. In the Mara, wisdom often outlasts brute force. Olobore's way is to win by not losing, ensuring his legacy endures. Olobore's way is to win by not losing. His legacy is one of intelligence, patience, and strategic mastery. In the harsh world of lions, brotherhood is survival. Olobore is the quiet anchor of his coalition, leading through loyalty and trust, not force. He lets his brothers eat first at a kill, building goodwill and unity. They see him as a partner, not a rival. Olobore learned from the dominant males by observing, not challenging, gaining valuable lessons. Now, as nomads, his social intelligence is vital. He diffuses tension, keeps the group together, and reminds them that unity is their strength. Their alliance is built on respect, not dominance. Olobore's wisdom forges a formidable coalition. In a world of constant threat, trust is their greatest weapon. His leadership is subtle but unbreakable. Together they are more than the sum of their parts. Olobore's mind is his sharpest tool. He spends hours observing from high vantage points, reading the landscape and its secrets. He studies herds, predators, and even the alarm calls of birds and monkeys. This knowledge gives him an edge. He knows where to find water, prey, and safety. He's a keen observer of lion politics, reading body language and anticipating moves. By understanding intentions, he avoids unnecessary conflict. The Mara is always changing, but Olobore adapts quickly. He's not bound by instinct alone. He solves problems creatively. Whether ambushing prey or finding safe crossings, his mind is always at work. Adaptability is his survival strategy. Olobore thrives by learning, always ready for what comes next. In the wild, knowledge is power, and Olobore is always learning. Among lions, ego often leads to ruin, but Olobore is different. He puts the coalition's future above his own pride. When faced with rival males, he assesses risk and often chooses to walk away. This isn't fear, it's wisdom. He knows an injury can be fatal, so he avoids unnecessary fights. Olobore is playing the long game, saving his strength for the battles that matter. His humility fosters harmony within his group. He doesn't need to dominate his brothers, he leads by example. They trust his decisions, knowing he acts for their survival. In a world obsessed with dominance, Olobore's restraint is his greatest strength. He proves that true leadership is about wisdom, not bravado. The quietest lion can be the most powerful. Olobore's legacy is built on patience and foresight. The Mara's feast soon turns to famine, testing every lion's resilience. In the dry season, Olobore's ingenuity shines. When prey is scarce, he leads his brothers into new territories, adapting their hunting strategies. He targets smaller, unconventional prey and even scavenges when needed. Olobore learns from other species, following vultures to kills and baboons to water. His flexibility keeps the coalition strong while others falter. Hardship forges their bond, proving Olobore's mind is their greatest asset. His calm, calculated approach gets them through the toughest times. Survival is not just about strength, but about adaptability. These trials have hardened the brothers and cemented Olobore's role as strategist. His mind, shaped by adversity, prepares him for the challenges ahead. In the Mara, the smartest survivor is the true king. The ultimate test for a lion coalition is challenging resident pride males. Most young lions rush into battle, but Olobore prefers a shadow campaign. He and his brothers move silently on the edge of the Olare pride's territory, gathering intelligence. Olobore studies the reigning male's routines, looking for weaknesses. He uses subtle tactics, scent marking at night, avoiding direct confrontation. It's a war of nerves, not claws. His timing is perfect, retreating before danger, probing defenses without revealing his strength. Olobore waits for the right moment. Perhaps an injury or distraction among the rivals. By avoiding premature fights, he keeps his coalition strong. His rivals grow weary, never knowing when or where he'll strike. Olobore is a general, not just a warrior. The most dangerous lion is the one you never see coming. Even before leaving his birth pride, Olobore earned quiet respect from the lionesses. They valued his patience, hunting skill, and calm demeanor. During hunts, the females looked to him for cues, trusting his strategy. He supported, not dominated, making him a valued partner. Around kills, he showed restraint, waiting for mothers and cubs to eat first. These acts built trust and goodwill. The lionesses saw in him a potential leader, intelligent, patient, and cooperative. Now, as a nomad, his reputation may precede him. Lionesses in neighboring prides may already sense his difference. For those tired of aggressive rulers, Olobore's approach is appealing. His quiet influence could win allies before any battle is fought. Sometimes respect is earned in silence. As the sun sets over the Mara, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson, a sense of anticipation settles over the land. Olobore's future hangs in the balance, teetering between triumph and defeat. He and his brothers, bound by blood and ambition, are poised to challenge for a throne that has eluded many before them, guided by unity and strategy. The final test, the takeover of a pride, will be the most dangerous and defining moment of their lives. Observers and wildlife experts believe Olobore's plan is nearing its climax, as every move is watched with bated breath. The reigning males are aging, their scars tell stories of past battles, and their strength is slowly fading. Olobore waits for the perfect moment, blending patience with cunning, knowing that timing is everything in the wild. If he succeeds through strategy and minimal violence, he could change the very nature of power among lions. He could redefine what it means to be a lion king, showing that wisdom and restraint can be as mighty as brute force. Intelligence may prove more powerful than aggression, and a new era could dawn for the pride. But the wild is unpredictable. Every day brings new challenges, and danger lurks in every shadow. A single mistake could unravel everything Olobore has worked for, turning hope into heartbreak in an instant. Can a lion who thinks like a general truly triumph in a world ruled by gladiators, where only the strongest survive? Olobore's story is still being written, chapter by chapter, as the days and nights of the Mara unfold. Will he become a legend, remembered for his mind as much as his might? A king who conquered with his mind, not just his claws. The answer lies hidden in the tall grass, waiting for dawn as the world holds its breath for what comes next. The Mara watches, and so do we, eager to witness the next chapter in Olobore's extraordinary journey.